So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to this very special segment and the travel update with Tanvi. Once again, Tanvi, welcome to the studios.
Thank you so much, Umeshji. Thank you everyone for giving such a lovely response in last 10 episodes. Today is 11th one. Oh my God, that's amazing. First of all, Happy New Year to all of you sitting out there. I hope you all had a great Christmas and hope you have a wonderful New Year. That's really amazing to sitting actually in a studio in person with Umeshji. That's amazing. Now, before we go ahead, guys, I would like to just mention that these all information are general information only. We are not representing any organization. For all up-to-date information, please visit the organizations or government website for all up-to-date information.
And that is very well said, as we know that the information provided here is of general purpose only, and individual and specific cases will matter and will be different and will be tailored to the specific needs of a specific person. And of course, the other part is that the rules keep changing on us. And as people do silly things, and the government has to keep on changing the rules. So, to keep up to date, what might be true today might not be true tomorrow, because if it's COVID related and all that. And that's why this segment has been very important, because Tanvi here, she brings to you all the update information on that. So, in the past, when we have provided a lot of information in here, and looking at all the things that are happening, especially in this arena, in the arena of travel. And of course, these days, travel is so much integral part of our living. Gone are the days when people used to be just stay put. So even in COVID, amongst everything, people have been traveling. So Tanvi, once again, welcome to the studios, and could you provide us with the main update for this week?
Umeshji, before we go ahead, I would really want to show guys something really very, very exciting. Something I was just going across and like, wow, that's amazing. And I'm sure you guys gonna say wow for that as well. So guys, how about, have you wondered what would be the most expensive room of Australia? Something the most luxury one in Australia. Do you know where is it and how much does it cost? No idea. If not, here it is. Let us show you something really extraordinary right in our Aussie land. So here you go.
We're here at the Park Hyatt, and word on the street is that Drake stayed right here in the Sydney suite. Here are 21 facts, one for every grand you'll have to drop to spend a night right here. Yep, one night here starts from $21,000, but there's a 2-night minimum stay, so you're really looking at 42. This New Year's, it's $35,000 a night with a 7-night minimum stay. That is mind-blowing. The entire suite is 350 metres squared, and the ceilings are 3.7 metres high. These are tinted with a special reflective glaze, to keep out the paps. This marble coffee table weighs more than your car. It had to be lifted in by a crane outside. 85 inches, gas fireplace. All flowers are changed every single week. All furniture and the artwork was custom made for the suite. Right here is a private butler's entrance, and this is my private butler, Marcelo. He's available to me 24 hours a day. Minibar? Maxi bar. 2 wine fridges.
This is a Super King bed with a 1,000 thread count Egyptian cotton bedding set.
This room has played host to some of the world's biggest celebrities. This sauna is the only one in the entire hotel. This custom-made bath takes hours to fill. Toto toilets are the go here, and this one costs a casual $9,000. It can sing to you, squirt at you, and I don't even know what else. The suite uses exclusively ASOS products. And see this shower? It doubles as a steam room. Bathrobes can be monogrammed with guest initials. This here is your second bedroom, perfect for your bestie or your bodyguard. This walk-in wardrobe is bigger than my bedroom, and it's also a great hiding place for when they're trying to kick you out.
Oh, wow. Would it be wonderful to have a loose change like that, to stay in a place like that?
I know, Miss G. Oh my God, guys, did you see that? I think we all can dream, especially girls out there. Can't you see there was a big, big wardrobe? I know our husband, especially my husband, always complains saying, "Oh my God, you're taking too many things. Where to put it?" You know, in the hotel staff will say you are going on a big holidays when you're going for 2 days. So, guys, this was really amazing place. I thought we are sitting at home. Why not we see while sitting here and you know, it kind of dream. We never know if we go there sometime. Maybe our husband get impressed and you know give us something. So yes, that was extraordinary. And did you notice how much you have to pay for 2 nights? Oh my God, it's more than $42,000 and I think around $45,000. That's amazing. And right at Harbor City, near Opera. So yeah, I thought I'll just show you this amazing place while sitting here and yeah, just keep dreaming. Moving on, I would wanna share another amazing thing. I'm sure many of you probably have not seen something like that. That's great creativity in the sky. So when I'm saying in the sky, guys, it's not like you're drawing with the paper on the paper. It's like the amazing pilots around the world, they are drawing with the aeroplane. So there are some amazing messages for COVID as well. For example, recently, I think just some few days back, there was a German pilot named Sami Kramer has traced a giant syringe in the sky flying 200 kilometers to remind people about the start of the COVID-19 vaccination campaign in Europe. Another, if you see the screen, there is a syringe which shows, you know, that's a pilot who has done all that. Not only that, there was another amazing pilot who has done a stay home. He actually drove with the, you know, he has flown the flight. If you can see right here, oh my God, you can see how much effort it would have been. He would have placed over there. And even there is another one says thumbs up, and that is also really amazing. So you can see that the world is all around, doesn't matter how much chaos was it, people are trying all sort of creativity. And thanks to COVID, I mean, definitely it's not good, you know, have given us a lot of pain as well, but at the same time there was a time where we can really explore and do a lot of creativity. And hats off to these pilots, you know, even though the travel industry is completely down, they were still active and, you know, doing something new. And not only that, guys, I just reminded another one which happened just right here in our Aussie land. So I just remembered the beautiful sky art of a kangaroo. If you can see, created on Aussie land on 22nd of July 2020 by the Flight Path of Airlines final Boeing 747 jumbo jet as it left Australia for the last time before its retirement. So guys, these are the things which really encourages and give us really great messages that doesn't matter what, even it's a retirement, it's time to say goodbye, we can always create a good memories for the lifetime. So and that's really amazing. Next up is the update from Qatar Airways. So Qatar Airways has continued to expand its portfolio of partnership by signing an expanded codeshare agreement with Oman Air. And I'm gonna tell you the what all benefits you guys gonna have if you're gonna fly with Qatar Airways. I know even I got many of my lovely clients love Qatar Airways. So Qatar Airways passenger will also benefit from additional connectivity with the ability to book travel on additional 6 destinations around Africa and Asia in Oman Air network. And guess what? How much benefit the Oman Air guys gonna get? Now from 3 to 65 destination you guys can fly on the Qatar Airways network across Africa, America, Asia Pacific, Europe, India and Middle East. So you guys who are the fan of Oman Air, you're gonna have lot more creativity, lot more connectivity, when you know because of this collaboration. Now next up is Etihad Airways. So Etihad Airways has expanded its business with launch of a charter and a special flight services. So so far we haven't seen charter from them, but they have already launched, and hopefully very soon we'll see that there are the charters going from Etihad as well. And these charters not only maybe they will come back, you know, that we with the repetition flights, we don't have any idea about that, but definitely seems like they will have a lot of option for a business clients. So and these planes will be fully you can customize them for the business and luxury guests can choose from variety of options, and they are the dedicated services as well. They can combine with cargo or just a private one for big businesses. So definitely the business client out there who are listening, you have really, this is really amazing news for you all. Now I want to update you guys about the flights. There are some flights who cancelled, who are suspended or cancelled till 8th of January. I have touched little bit last week as well, but I thought let me inform you guys once again, because we received a lot of calls from people asking about the same. So as per Jetstar, they have suspended some of their flights in some routes up till 8th of January, and the routes are, one is Sydney to Avalon, Sydney to Perth, Sydney to Uluru, to Darwin, Hamilton, Townsville, Sunshine Coast, Prosper Prime and Gold Coast. So if you have planned any of these flights, you must have already got email from Jetstar saying it's suspended. You can reschedule it, or you can ask for the credit, or you can cancel it, or if not, please definitely check with your airlines whether they are still operating, so you can plan your trip according to that. Now there is another update which is very, very important for all of you, or for all of us guys. That's a warning for all the temporary visa holders. So Immigration Minister Alex says temporary visa holders who breach Australia's coronavirus health orders could be stripped of their visas and deported back home, which means definitely those who are on temporary visas and others definitely have to be careful. It does not mean that those who are citizens or PRs, they cannot. Everyone, all of us have to be very, very responsible citizen, and together we have to make sure that we are following all the health and orders, but it's definitely a big warning for the temporary visa holders to be very, very careful, because there were some cases happened recently last few days. I know, especially the guys, young students, it's very important to do some parties, but guys, let's be safe as well, and do party at home, not outside, and be within limits. So that's really good, so you don't regret later on. So yeah, these are the main updates for today. Amazing.
Okay, that's wonderful news there, that all this the updates that you have provided, meaning if there's any temporary visa holders, that if you are in Australia, the rules apply here. Of course, Australia is a great land for partying, and everyone loves to have that party. So moving on, now that you have said that there's so many flights that have been cancelled, mainly domestic ones. So what are our options of flights now from Brisbane?
Umeshji, the next charter we have is 29th of January. That's Brisbane to Delhi, and then we have connecting all around the country. So even we can connect it to the smaller airports, let's say Madurai, Vijayawada, even Jaipur, or you just name it. We can connect to any of those airports as well. And the fare of this particular flight is start from $1,099 with 15 kilos, but you guys have option for 30 kilos, 40 kilos. In fact, this particular aircraft has a business class as well, which is costing around $1,999. And if you want to take a throughout luggage, so in domestic also we can get you pretty much till up to 50 kilos depending on the flight you are taking. So yeah, that's the next charter up from Brisbane. If you guys can't make to that one, because I know some of you or your parents visa is going to expire, or you have to go before Lodi, and also you guys have option for Emirates as well. Just one thing guys I want to mention here, Emirates is now again on the bigger haul. So last time we told that they have the small halt options, but seems like they are again doing the longer hauls, which is up to 22 hours. In case of Emirates is Ahmedabad, it's 17 hours approximately, but for other destination like Delhi, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Kolkata, they are mainly going up to 22 hours. And Emirates fare start from $1,125 per person. Next up, if you can't even make to the longer flights, then we can connect you from any destination in Australia to India. So we can give you flight via Sydney or Melbourne as well. And that if you connect that, the fare starts around $1,495 if you want to go on other dates. So yes, that option is definitely there, Brisbane.
Okay, so that's all the Brisbane we got covered. Moving on. What about Sydney?
So Sydney, again, you have quite a few options, and there are quite a few charters now. So starting on, I think 7th of January is the latest charter you can have, and that charter really doesn't have much seats. I think 7-8 seats left. So if you really wanna go before Lodi or gonna go around New Year, definitely you have to book that as soon as possible. Next one is so this particular 7th January going from Sydney to Delhi. Next one is 15th of January. That one is going Sydney to Bangalore. Then we have some more charters going to Delhi on 16th January, 23rd January, 30th January, and the 25th February is going to Bangalore. So these are the charter options. Now we have Vande Bharat mission flights as well, and they are going till January, and the Vande Bharat mission flights fare is around $1,800, but if you go with charters, your fare is around $1,195. So you just have to choose which option you want to take. Amazing.
Okay, and we can never leave out Melbourne, can we?
Yeah,
So
they
what
are
can
the
we
lucky
do there?
Melbourne, I would say.
Lucky Melbourne, as we always say.
Yeah. So Melbourne guys, you are the luckiest one, I would say, once again, because you have a Singapore Airlines option, and not only one flight, there are like 5-6 Singapore Airlines flight. You can choose between Singapore Airlines flight, Sri Lankan Airlines flight, Emirates flight, so you have the maximum option. So for Singapore Airlines, if you want to go, the flight is 8th of January, 15th of January, 29th of January, 5th February and 19th February, and out of that there is one 12th of January as well, that's going to Bangalore. And the Sri Lankan Airlines option also there. So there are 4-5 Sri Lankan Airlines option pretty much once a week. So 9th January, 23rd January, 11th February and all. Now also just let me mention here is a Perth. So Perth guys, you have a flight as well. So there is a Garuda Indonesia Airlines flight going on 21st of January. And once again, we can connect you to any city in India. That's not a problem. And fares start from $1,490.
Wow, so we got Perth covered as well.
Yeah.
So what about any updates from people who would want to come back from India to Australia? What's the situation there?
So Umesh, once again, India to Australia is same. There is really not much update from India. We heard there are few flights coming up in next few weeks, but there is no exact update. So all we would say to everyone, please be optimistic, have some hope. Hopefully things are gonna get better as per the information we received. Now don't forget to register yourself with DFAT. Once again, I'm repeating that in every episode because that's very, very important for you guys. If you have not updated your details recently, or you have not heard from DFAT recently, please make sure that you update that, and you must be getting regular emails about the flights from India to Australia. So to register that, you have to go on www.covid19.dfat.gov.au. Please keep checking the Facebook pages as well, which I always recommend, and I feel that's a place where you find the people who are in the same situation, so you feel I'm not the only one, and you really meet the live people there. You can make even friends over there, and those who are in the same situation, you can update each other as well. So the groups which I recommend for that one is Australians Stuck in India, and also the Facebook pages of your regional ones. So if you're in Brisbane, you can keep connected in Indians in Brisbane page. If you're in Sydney, Indians in Sydney. So just keep checking those Facebook groups and pages, and there are some WhatsApp groups as well. If you are not part of that, you can message me as well on my phone, which is 04044033264. I can send you a link of those Facebook groups, and I can also add you on those WhatsApp groups, so you are connected and you know what flights are coming and what options are there. So yeah, there is nothing much, but yeah, just keep, and don't forget to check your phones and email IDs, guys, whatever you have registered over there, so that if they call you, at least you are there, because DFAT is calling for all the Qantas flight, and for all Air India flights they give you update as well that this flight is coming. However, you have to book that yourself. So, and please don't get stuck if someone is telling they will get you from different countries and all that. So just be very, very careful what option you choose. Amazing.
And it is very important that you choose the right information, and you are updated, and that you check your emails, because if you are in the queue, all of a sudden, because some things, as soon as they change, they might contact you, and you don't want to miss out on that.
Yep.
So you have provided quite a lot of information there. So what are the tips, any traveling tips for people at this point in time? I know you've covered a bit, but I think if you could.
Okay, so guys, I would say I wanna really request you all. So don't forget to fill your mandatory forms. We just saw a couple of days ago that there were a lot of passengers landed in Melbourne Airport without filling even Air Suvidha self-reporting form. And this time, airline said we won't let you go. And there was a long queue of the people who were literally filling the form. And there were some passengers who even didn't bring that, the printed one for Indian arrival or online. They could not do it, and it was really a lot of hassle. And when I asked the passengers, they said they feel that it's not really important, and they heard from other friends that they can go without doing that. So it may be possible that your friends have gone without filling those forms, but if they stop you and plane is getting late, you might miss the flight as well. So please take it very, very seriously. Make sure you're filling the Air Suvidha self-reporting form before you go. And remember, now airlines might stop you as well if you don't do that. Another thing is, if you do fill that form or fill the exemption form, most of the time they give you acknowledgement and they send you, whether they have accepted. Now, if they don't accept you and send rejection, please don't worry about that. You can fill that once again and even triple time. I heard some passengers who have even filled 5 times the same form, the exemption form, and they were rejected, and then they filled the 6th time and it was successful. So sometimes, because there are so many people doing at a time, and so a website doesn't work properly. Sometimes you are putting too much information. Some people just attach any kind of documents. Please, in exemption request form, attach only COVID letter, nothing else. In case they ask you for any state passes, for example, for Karnataka pass, they sometimes ask you or something else. So attach only what is required, because sometimes we put a lot of information, then they get confused and send you rejection. So that is something really very, very important. And another question which is really a lot of people asking every other day is when you fill the self-reporting form or you fill the self-exemption form, whether you can fill for the whole family together or you have to fill it separately. So let me just touch base on that one, guys. Why you have to fill the people together and why separately? Now, those people who are flying on the compassionate ground or the compelling reason, for example, if there is an unfortunate death in family and the person is a father of a passenger, right? So if it's like, for example, it's my father, so my husband is connected to, so father is connected to me and my husband is connected to me and my kids are connected to me. So in this case, because there is only one letter, there is only one relationship with that person, in that case you have to do all the applications together. However, in some cases you might see that they're not accepting it together, then you have to do it separately. If you do it separately, make sure you are attaching the main applicant passport as well and the letter with that, so that they can understand and write a write-up there that this person, let's say someone's husband is not directly connected to the passenger, to the person who have died. So you can do it together, you can do it separately. It just depends what conditions you are going on, and if you do it separately, that's fine as well. You just have to give some more information. However, I always recommend everyone, doesn't matter what conditions you are going, always try to fill all the applications, all the applicants together in one file, so that you just get one email. You don't have to wait for 4 emails or 4 passengers are going. And same thing in case of exemption as well. Sometimes they give you option to put all of them together. If they reject you for some reason, you can try separately, but yeah, there is no there is nothing like you should not do together or you should not do individually. So recommendation is doing together. And I just want to mention once again in last, please make sure that whoever is traveling, your family is traveling, they have enough cash with them, because this is something which I am listening every single day in every single flight, that there are some passengers who are not carrying anything at all. Some people are carrying card which is not working. Please make sure everyone flying from here, from Australia, you have some cash with you, especially Indian cash, minimum 5,000 rupees if possible, because sometimes I got some older parents just left last week and they needed some help with the porter in India, because we have given the wheelchair, but they needed to take some domestic flight and they could not take it because they didn't have a cash and there was no option to transfer or to do anything else. So please make sure you have that handy. And one more last thing, which I always tell you all, especially for people who are stuck in India, please make sure you check your regular emails and your phones, or just update yourself with DFAT so that you can get option to come back home. So we hope to see you very soon. It's already 2021 nearly. So yeah, I hope everything goes well with you guys as well very soon. Amazing.
And I think you have covered quite a lot there, and it is wonderful to see that there's so much information out there that people need to be aware of, and especially the cash part. You have explained that many a times,
Yep.
and especially going now to India and they're not having, because in India the porters are there, and of
Yep.
course they will need money.
Yep.
So, very simple thing like that, okay, there's a porter there, you need to pay. But if you don't have the money with you, you don't have the cash, you've got the card, you can't pay them with the card. So those kind of things are very, very important, that you are, aware of the facts when you're traveling. So this has been update, so I would say, and it's we provided quite a lot of update to all our the listeners and viewers, and I would like to thank all our listeners and viewers for all the very positive feedback that we have been getting. Of course, we now traveling under the COVID circumstances with all the rules and regulations. It's not always easy, and it's not always plain sailing. There are some hiccups with some people as well. And the good part is that you've been out there to support other people, should they need any help and assistance, which is very important, because it's not the norms. So, people don't know that there might be things that come up on there. So, wishing you all the very best for 21. Not only you, everyone. Let's all have full of
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be amazing. Guys, I want to mention once again to you all that it doesn't matter you booked with us or not. We are always there for you. You can send us email on charter@ausindiatravel.com.au. You can visit our website www.ausindiatravel.com.au. You can give us a call on a hotline 040-440-3264. We have a landline numbers as well. So it doesn't matter. There is no silly question, nothing like that. Anything you have in mind, you can feel free to call us. And don't forget to share these videos to everyone, whoever you think would need any of those travel updates. And you can visit our last episodes as well. So guys, this is the 11th one, and we have 10 more episodes which you can follow on Australian Indian Radio Facebook page, YouTube. You can also visit Oz India Travel YouTube page or Facebook page. All episodes are there. You can still go through all the information we have provided, and you can see that how the trend is going, and it's definitely improving and day by day. So you can visit to all of those, and feel free to call us, and stay safe. And once again, Happy New Year to you all. And I hope you all have amazing year. You enjoy with your family and your friends, and you make a lot of memories and forget what happened in past. But yes, just have an amazing time ahead, everyone. And we'll come back to you with so many amazing updates next week and after as well. So don't worry, that part is sorted. This is a time for you to have a best time with your family and friends.
And don't forget that this is the last day of the year, and our last show. So
last show of the year. And thank you to Maisdi for that wonderful experience.
And of course, Dhanvi, I must acknowledge you for all the help and being ready and being persistent, so that otherwise some people normally they say they want to start something but they cannot carry forward, and you have done that quite diligently, and being there every week with the updates, and that has been wonderful. And as we mentioned before, that it is a service, and so do share this video with other people as well, because there's information which could be useful to people. So that's what it's all about. It's all about getting the information out there to the community, in the community interest, as Tanvi already mentioned before, that regardless of whether you book through her or not, but it is important that if you need an information, pick up that phone. The numbers are there on the screen, and then you'll get that information. So once again, thank you all for your support throughout this year, and of course we all looking for a much changed and a better 2021, probably a lot more traveling and a lot more tips. We will probably come back with some good destinations, where to go, what people can do locally, and as that bubble opens, we can probably come up with some recommendations with
Yep.
which areas are better to go and where it's easier to go without less paperwork and everything. So with that, it's wonderful. Thank you all very much for being with us. All have a wonderful and hope that the upcoming new year is a very happy, joyous and prosperous one for everyone.
Thank you. Happy New Year again. Namaste.
Jai Hind, Jai
Jai
Bharat.
Hind, Jai Bharat.